The upcoming She-Hulk show coming this August on Disney Plus, Marvel has been doing cross-marketing with the new She-Hulk comic book series. This issue starts with Jennifer walking in New York. She narrates how she's back to basics after no longer being the savage She-Hulk. By arch-foe Titania. Titania? I've heard both pronunciations, so I'll go with Titania. Who's not really a villain anymore, but instead has just querls with She-Hulk. More friendly, but still aggressive. Jennifer just strips down into her underwear before turning into her Hulk form, claiming she couldn't rip her only suit. She-Hulk and Titania precue in a battle. She-Hulk here actually starts trying to have a friendly conversation with her, which is ironic because the two of them are trying to beat each other. It gets to the point where the two just decide to stop their fighting and have a truce, saying instead of Titania going back to crime, that the two should start becoming sparring partners instead to get out their anger. Jennifer turns back into her human form, getting dressed quickly before heading out to her first day of her new job, working for a law firm owned by Mallory Brooks, who had a pretty big role in previous She-Hulk series from the early 2000s. Brooks brings Jennifer to her new office, which doesn't even have a window, as Mallory tells her that she doesn't have access to staff bagels, as she's yet of that ranking, which I found really funny for some reason, and I just wanted to tell you. After work goes see fellow Avenger Wasp, who lets her stay at her old place, the same apartment Jennifer lived at back in her 80s solo series. After Wasp leaves, Jennifer strips down to take a bath, before going into the closet to see her old clothes were still there. And now her pantsuit isn't the only one, so she hulks out ripping her pantsuit, which I thought was pretty funny. Anyways, the comic ends with Jack of Hearts crashing into her living room, the text below saying to be continued. Personally, I found this comic kind of short, which is unfortunate because I really liked it. She-Hulk has always been one of my favorite comic book characters. I prefer her over her cousin Bruce. Taking She-Hulk back to basics works for me. It has a vibe similar to the one from the 80s, but modernizes at the same time. Jennifer herself comes across as very anxious over her new start, but at the same time tries to stay positive. Seeing Titania being presented in a way where she's actually moved past her hate for She-Hulk, I think shows how much she's matured since Secret Wars. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know too much about Jack of Hearts. I read his solo miniseries from the 80s. I'm pretty sure he died and came back as a zombie and killed Scott Lang before dying again. I do believe Jack of Hearts was still dead before this issue, but I'm not too positive. He might have been resurrected prior. Overall, I really like this issue, although I think it should have been a little bit longer.